And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the SEA Wheels podcast, the latest episode of the podcast. And as I go live, everything is broken. All right, I fixed it now. Welcome, Julian. It's been quite a while since we've been live, hasn't it?
As I said, it's been a minute.
Yeah. But here's the interesting thing, and probably something you don't really care too much about, because, I mean, this is more about us catching up, having a drink together, because we can't physically meet at the moment. Well, we can, but it's very difficult. And I've actually switched to streaming to YouTube now. Yeah,
Oh, really?
We're no longer streaming to Twitch because, I don't know, it just seemed a lot easier to just go live on YouTube and it just automatically saves in there. And I don't know, Twitch for me, it's such a platform where you can't be really discovered and all this other stuff. Not that this is what it's about, but it certainly, allows us to, reach a better audience and whatnot. And maybe somebody finds our dumb takes interesting. So that was
True.
the logic behind it, I guess.
Cool. No, good move.
So how have you been? How's everything been? Since you've been in, we've had one podcast at Christmas when you returned from France.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then was it Christmas or Boxing Day we met? No, it was Christmas, wasn't it?
I think it was Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd have to double check this, but I think it was Christmas. But yeah, it's been too long, and we're long overdue for a
Yeah,
catch-up,
definitely.
So, yeah, that was good.
So where shall we begin?
Cars.
Cars. Well, how about you give us an update on what's happened with your cars? Because we briefly chatted about your new acquisitions, your new 7 Series and your new 4 Series, but what's the experience been like? You're a few months in now.
Well, I've been driving the 4 Series actually. I recently, just when I say recently, on Thursday and came back on Friday. Went to Pattaya, so that's about 170k from door to door,
Okay.
I guess, from my home to the hotel where I stayed. And yeah, I pushed it to about 180.
Could it go more, or it was just you ran
the
out of the
highway?
road?
Ran out of roads, and I wasn't sure about speed radars and speed traps and things like this.
Do you have those?
Ran out of roads. Yeah, we have those, and they actually send it automatically to your house. It seems that at the moment they don't make you pay them.
Really?
Actually, if
I
they
like
don't,
that
if
system.
you don't pay, I guess they don't have the resources to call you back on it and send you a second fine or whatever. So a lot of people don't pay them. I pay those fines because it's just easier that way. But just pushed it. Two things. I find the 4 Series I'm talking about, I find it a bit too quiet. I might go a Krapovic on it.
Okay.
To upgrade the exhaust a little bit and probably the intake as well. But actually, when you lower the windows and from a standing start, actually it doesn't sound half bad. It really sounds actually good. But I need to put it in sports mode and blah blah blah. But not too bad. It's still a 2-liter twin turbo, right? It's the 430.
Twin turbo on a 2-liter. So
yeah, I'm not sure whether it's a twin scroll or it's I'm not too sure actually. I didn't look that up.
Okay. I thought it was single, because if it's 2 turbos, like how does that work? Like, do you have a small turbo and then a bigger turbo? Like the small 2 turbos?
I'm not too sure. But my understanding is that it's a twin turbo. I might be wrong actually. By the way, maybe you can look.
What
it
is
up.
it? It's a what?
I carry on.
430.
Yeah, 430i. So yeah, I think it runs out of it doesn't push as much once you reach about 140. Still goes. I think I could easily push it to about 210, 215. But it runs out of puff a little bit after 140, let's say. And I'm talking kilometers per hour, obviously.
Yeah. Not miles. That'd be freaking crazy if it was miles per hour.
But it's still a very fun car. The handling is so freaking neutral. It's so good. I did drift it on the Tonglor Street. I don't know if you remember Tonglor.
Yeah.
So I was coming out of one of the parkings there. It was raining, so I went like, okay, let's put the turn the traction control off. Then I just went in full beans, and then it was oversteering.
What, like a huge angle or what?
Most famous streets. Oh yeah. I did take a good angle.
Really?
A good angle.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is where I'm torn at the moment. I must say, I sold the RX-7. Essentially and my old 7 Series to update the fleet. Let's call it. It's a small fleet, but whatever. I'm really happy with the 730. I'm really happy with the 430. But remember, I actually wanted a Mustang at the time.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm torn at the moment, and that's where I'd like your input a little bit. I'm not sure what to do next. The thing is, I've got the 5 Series, and I would like to resto mod it in the same way, and not nearly as good, but when we look at headlights and tail lights and things like this, something as nice as a Singer or something like this, that kind of resto mod. So you don't just make it look great, period, correct. It's you really bring it to the next level.
You put the most
LED lights and that sort of thing, right? So I'd love to do that with the 5 Series, and then in parallel build a electric car.
Okay. What would the drift car be though?
I probably would be either a pickup truck or a Nissan A32.
A Nissan what?
Because the A32, it's the, what is it called? It changes names depending on the country. Let me just look that up for a second. So essentially, it's a Zafiro.
Yeah.
Zafiro, do you have that in
they did a Lexus. No, it was called is it the Toyota Sora? Is that's what it's called in some countries?
No, it's a Nissan.
Oh wait,
Zafiro.
Yes, I know the one you mean. Yeah, is it the 4-door thing, right?
Okay. Well, the thing is, that car has exactly the 4 corners. The configuration of the chassis is exactly like a Nissan GTR.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they do this. So in here, what they do is they throw in a 1UZ or 2 or 3UZ, depending.
1UZ. V8, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Yes, they just put V8s in them, and then you go drifting with them.
Okay.
So that's the way they configured them, and that cost about anywhere between 4 to 500,000 baht. So in USDs, somewhere around 12,000.
Yeah, I mean,
10 to 12,000 USD.
What? So that's
okay,
that's
so that
all in. That's just everything. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but then obviously the tires.
Yeah,
and things,
consumables.
You get cheap shit anyway, right? So. Yeah, definitely. So that's option 1.
Okay.
Option 2, I keep the 5 Series as it is and just enjoy it from time to time. I sell back the 4 Series and I buy a 911.
Buy the 911.
Okay, that didn't take long.
I didn't know you were homosexual, but like to consider this, like. I've always said, like one of my goals, I've always wanted it.
You just went, I always said, and you're calling me an homosexual. I'm a homosexual.
I genuinely have always been like, that's my made it moment. Like I've had like professional goals, like in terms of like hierarchy, and I still have to achieve some of them, but it's the personal goal has always been to be able to comfortably afford some sort of Porsche, whether it's a Boxster or a Cayman or a 911. I'm talking like a modern. No, I'm saying like, okay. Do you remember the Bugatti EB110? Did you ever watch Jeremy Clarkson's review of the EB110?
I don't remember.
Okay, so he was like, so Bugatti. This is the era of what? No, not the 959. This is the era of. Fuck. This is.
This is actually the F40.
Okay, but I'm thinking about is it the era of the F40?
I think the F40 just came out right after.
Okay, so at the era of the EB110, so they were like, the F40 came out, and what else was the supercars at the time? This is before the 911 GT3. No, the GT1. Before that Le Mans era, in between. So he goes, okay, what shall we do? We give it 12 cylinders. Yes, this is a good idea. And then it was like, shall we give it turbos? Yes, let's give it turbos. We give it 2 turbos. No. Let's not be homosexual about this. We give it 4 turbos. I was like, that is the best review ever.
It is. But actually,
so that when I said that, I was specifically more talking about. Come on, you have the opportunity to go 911, go the 911. So, because, or whatever, Porsche, because for me, like, that's always been the, I've made it goal. Like if I could comfortably afford some kind of modern Porsche, I'd go, okay, I'm doing okay.
I wouldn't go for a Macan. I wouldn't go for a Cayenne myself. I much prefer the 7 Series than the Cayenne because at least the seats at the back of the 7 Series are adjustable, and I like that. So unless I was really driving myself all the time, then okay, I might consider this, But anyway, not really. And then, if I wouldn't buy the Boxster myself, if I would probably go to Cayman perhaps. But the real true Porsche for me is the 911.
It is. Like there's no doubt.
I guess I'm probably just being, brain fucked by all the journalists saying this, right? That you go for a Cayman, you go for the pulpy Porsche. But guess the price in Australian dollar of a 911
$800,000. $800,000. Like what year? Like 2018, something like that. Probably.
No, brand new.
Brand new. I'd probably say $1.5 million US.
No, in Thailand.
I don't know. It's close to $1 million, right?
No, it's 640,000 Australian dollars.
It's $200,000 more, but yeah, okay. Like
more than in Australia.
Yeah, like I'd
But remember, I take it like this. Sorry to interrupt, but the thing is, I'm gonna own that car for what? I just turned 44 years old, right? I'm not going to be driving this when I'm 50 because it's a bit too cliche, right?
It's cliche for a 40-year-old to be driving a Porsche, but you can't...
Yeah, but I'm not a dentist. My wife is, but
you can... what's going to happen to it if you give it to your wife to drive.
But she will drive it.
Right up until the point she puts a ding in those big rear arches. Actually,
no, she won't. No, if she does, that she does.
I know what you're like with your wife. I know she dinged up that Mercedes that you had, and then you were like, "It's okay, it's my wife. It's not a big deal." Yeah, you're like, "It's my wife. It's not a big deal."
Well, not only this, but it's only a car. At the end of the day, it's she's safe and everything, and she didn't hurt herself. And what am I going to say? Am I going to get it?
I think I'm still young enough where I get the shits with that. So on Tuesday was Chinese New Year, and we went up to basically the.
Sorry, I didn't finish my point though.
Go on.
Keep that one. Hold on that one. Sorry. I just wanted to finish my point. The 911, I'm gonna own for 3 to 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. Then I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna move on to something else. So during that time, it's gonna have, like the depreciation I'm gonna have to pay for is really what I'm paying for it. And as we know, those cars don't depreciate as fast as other cars.
Right now, they're going up, even used.
And actually, they are going up. Yeah, even used. So, you know what I mean? This is my thinking, and that's why I think I can, put such between you and I, and mom. Hi, mom. That's the the ridiculous amount of money in it. Because I mean, a car like this doesn't cost that much in Europe, obviously. This is 4 times what it costs in Europe. So yeah. If I were in Europe, I probably would have 1 Ferrari and 1 Porsche.
Yeah.
And my wife wouldn't be driving.
It's really
them.
funny. Speaking of that, like my Raisha's high school friends at New Year's Eve, we accidentally bumped into them at some sort of nightclub that we went to, which is a funny story in itself. I'll tell you later. But we bumped into them, and then we bumped into them again at New Year's Eve at this other like day club called Surveyor in Bali that we went to, and
gay club,
day club.
Day club. Yeah. Sorry.
So it was really funny, and because they were high school friends, but he lives in New York now. Him and his brother, they live in New York, but they're in Jakarta for a while. And the interesting thing is he's been reposting. He doesn't buy cars in America, which makes no sense to me because they're cheap in America. But he buys them here.
Yeah.
So he's got like a 355, a 288 GTB, not a GTO.
Oh, 355. Oh.
He's got a GTB, an F430 Scuderia. He's got a G-Wagon. He's got a... What was the other thing? He's got a Rolls-Royce Dawn. So, you know, the Phantom drop top thing. And I'm just like, how much fucking money does this guy make? And it's all family money. But like, this is one of those countries like, a G-Wagon costs more than an AMG GTR. Let's just put it that way. In Indonesia. No idea why. I'm only talking Australian dollars because I can't do the conversion off the top of my head. But an AMG GTR in Indonesia is about 700,000 Australian dollars. A G-Wagon is... Actually, the G-Wagon is 900,000. And you're like, what? It's the wrong way around.
True. But actually... So then, if you had the choice between a 911 and I think the AMG GT, it's about the same price level, as is the 850M. Which car would you get out of those 3?
It's hard. The AMG GT.
I'll probably buy the AMG GT when I'm 50.
I'm a massive Mercedes person. You know, I'm a massive Mercedes person. But the thing is, like, some of these cars age, you know. So do you remember the AMG GT before they put the Pan America grille on it? It's aged, you know. And I just saw the spy shots of the new AMG GT. And it's totally different. It's closer to the new SL. You know,
can you show it online? Maybe
I can't share it. I can't share it on the stream. I haven't worked it out. I'm not like technologically clever enough. But you know, for me, when I think about the shape and the car, for me, this is my opinion. I don't know about anybody else. I know there's a subset of people that new is always best. You know, but for me, a Porsche never goes out of style. It doesn't even matter if it's a Gen 1 Boxster. They never go out of style, you know. So out of those 3, like the 850, the AMG GT, the 911, I think...
The 996 begs to differ.
No, but this is the thing. You know...
It's
you know what?
Like it's 25
the
years
hot
now
car
and it's
is the 996 Turbo and the 996 4-litre. Those are the hot cars.
And the 996 GT2, yeah.
Oh, sorry, the GT2, not the 4-litre. That was only 997. Yeah. But the GT2 and the 996 Turbo, they're the hot cars right now, you know? But as you said, you know, a Porsche never goes out of style. Right now, even the 914 is rising in value. You know,
That's
even and a 924, which is a fucking Volkswagen, rising in value. So, you know...
But the 944s, the 924s, all of them, it's just unbelievable how this is
Yeah,
working. Excuse
that's
me
all
for
right.
a second.
And for me, another car that's amazing is like the 968. And there's this, we've got a friend that works at as an exotic car dealer called TDA Luxury Toys in Jakarta. And they currently have a 968 Club Sport, and I'm so tempted. It's red. I love red cars. I don't know why. Ever since I owned that Abarth, I'm just like, I love red cars. And so it's a 968 Club Sport in red, and I don't know if it's there. It's probably sold, but it's it just, I don't know what it is. The Porsches never go out of style. They never go out of style.
Okay, so conclusion is 911.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be either in 6 months or in 2 years. So that's what's gonna happen.
You're talking that soon? 2 years is pretty soon, considering the prices of cars in Thailand. Like, to already be.
And I think it's gonna be what's the current situation? It's the 991.2 now, or what is it?
992. They're up to the 992. Yeah.
992 GTS. That's probably what it's gonna be. I'll see if depreciation makes sense instead of buying a new one. If I buy a 2 to 3 years old.
The one thing I have learnt from my extensive time on YouTube is don't buy new. When you start looking at some of these cars, you have to be a long-term customer, and it's not me. Like, I can't. The only place I could be a long-term customer for is Mercedes, right? Because at least here, it makes sense. If I was in Australia, it would be Mercedes as well, because for dailies, I would be buying Mercedes. But for dailies, I'm not buying Mercedes. I'm just buying like fucking giant Toyotas. I'm on my second Toyota massive four-wheel drive thing here. But I'd probably be...
I have a different view. I have a different view. The only reason why... Because, first of all, the 4 Series, for example, we bought new. Why? Because they weren't second hands. Okay. Right? Because it was the latest model. So, that's one thing. But I would buy new because I can spec it. And the thing is, in Thailand, you cannot spec it. They have fixed configurations.
But you can do... What's it called? The PDS, Porsche Special Order thing? I can't remember the name of it.
I can, but then if I do it, then I have to import it myself here.
Are you sure? It's an official Porsche dealer.
Yeah.
It might take you 2 years to get it.
I'm not too sure if it's official or not official, but the thing is, you can't spec cars here in Thailand unless you start to go through a special import, and then it's going to cost you even more. So if you want the normal models, that's it. It's black cars, white cars. The interior is that color. You choose that color, you get. Even Toyota, you have a very limited choice of. You have maybe 5 colors, and the interior that goes with it is fixed. So if you want the black car, it's going to be the, I don't know, cafe kind of color, beige, right? And then the inside, and then the interior, sorry. And then you want the white one, it's going to be the black interior. And that's it. You don't get a choice.
Yeah, but you were lucky with your 4 Series. You got that really nice blue with like the Ferrari interior.
Oh, but that's what we fell in love with, that blue with that cognac.
Yeah.
The sales guy got me a cognac. Seriously.
You're like, oh, you're talking French. You're talking French. I buy it.
Oh my god. So yeah, it was just love that car. It's just so refined. It's so good. As I said, the handling is very neutral, and when the car starts to go, when the rear starts to do its thing, it's very progressive. So there's no drama or anything like this. One more thing that I don't like though is that start and stop thing, so I always turn it off, because when you're start and stop, and especially in bumper to bumper traffic in Bangkok, right, the thing is it's very hard to dose the accelerator. The car has a tendency to turn the engine back on and just jump like
Really?
this a bit. And yeah, it's really not. The tune is a bit weird at times, and I'm not sure whether it's the tune of the engine or the gearbox. But yeah, the gearbox is a freaking 9-speed or whatever it is. It's just it's crazy.
But can it skip gears? Because BMW use ZF for gearboxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought the ZF could skip gears.
I'm not sure. You'll see when you come here. I'm still gonna have it. Hopefully, unless I have the 911.
3 months. I'll be there in 3 months.
In which case, Racia, sorry, not sorry, but only 2 guys can fit in. There's no more.
You're forgetting a 911 has 4 seats.
No. It has 2
2 plus 2.
Something.
And you're
Nobody can.
You're
fit in the back.
forgetting that my wife is the size of a child.
Yeah, but
Yeah, not up here. But I'm talking vertically.
Yes. No, cool. Then we can go all
Yeah,
together.
well, we see if it works. But either way, I mean, if we come, I wouldn't mind spending a bit more time there, because I think, we're watching what's happening, but it could be May. But I wouldn't mind flying back over to Bangkok and saying hello to your wife, and I know I'm not really close with Vincent and all them. Mia, we know each other.
I'd love to see you. I'd love to see
But
you.
I'd love to just say hello to everyone, and let's be real, the cars.
Yes. I'll have to try and organize something special. We should contact that guy from CB Media. Actually, I want to contact him for the rest of...
in Thailand anymore.
No. I just for the advice, on where to go and what to do, and I have some hint. I mean, some things that we could do car related, but he might be, especially for the Resto Mod. If I go the Resto Mod for the 5 Series, which I will do at some stage, but I'd like to get his advice on who he thinks would be the best garage to do this, because I want to go V8 also on it, and I want an M engine actually.
Well, see, that's the funny thing. You've seen his E30 with the V8 in it? Mm-hmm. Cream pie. I love the name he gave it.
But it's I would go with that actually.
I mean, he might be a great person to hit up, because he seems pretty connected and in the know with what's happening in Thailand. Who knows, maybe if he manages to come back by the time that I visit, we could catch up and have a bit of fun. And
sure.
But he's friends with Kun Heng as well, right?
Yeah. He went to see the garage there.
Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't mind giving. It'd be worth hitting him up. I enjoy his channel. It's really fun, and he seems like a bit of a hillbilly, but he's fun. He's a bit goofy and whatnot, and I like his format. The way he does things.
Yeah, it's quite good. He just cannot pronounce Thai for shit, but yeah. He doesn't know Phuket, and he's like,
I'll be honest, I think he does that on purpose. He goes, fuck it. He called his car cream pie. He goes to car shows.
No, but the way he pronounces some of the names in Thai is even the way he says Sawadee Krap is really not. Well, the guy is, he speaks probably one language only. Not like you and I who,
Well, I mean,
we do speak a few more.
Quite a few, actually. So, yeah.
No, but you know what I mean, right? And it makes it funny. You're right at the same time. So yeah, no, really like his channel.
I'm a big fan. It's not, you know what it is. It's not that it's like outstanding crazy content. It's more that it's just it's honest. It's honest. It's down to earth, and it's what we're interested in. It's what we're interested in.
Yeah.
The thing, he's really big in the
Girls
and
and
cars. Yeah, it's what we love, you know. But you know, going back to Chinese New Year, and you were saying that it's all right. Your wife, you know, dings your car. Doesn't matter. You know, I'm still not over that. You know, I like, as you know, I've got like a car that's about 2 months old. The new Fortuner. Like, I just got the most. Anyway, it's got a GR badge on it, but it's not like a Yaris. And
aren't they like, they're overusing that term now? The Toyota Altis GR, anyway, the Camry GR. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Sorry.
You know, Chinese New Year, we went to Chinatown with a few of our friends, and one of my friends is he's a fashion designer here. His name is Jesus, or Jesus, right? He's from Venezuela, and he's really flamboyant, you know. And he was like, we arrived at this this cocktail bar. He goes, "Let's go!" And he opens the door, and the door opens straight into the wing mirror of some car next to us. And I'm like, fuck. I look, and there's paint transfer. There's a very slight bend in the metal. And I'm just sitting there going, can I take your head off? The car's 2 months old, and you had to do it.
Yeah, but you didn't do it.
I didn't do it. He did. And anyway,
No, but I mean, you didn't take his head off, obviously.
Of course not. He's a friend. He's a good friend. But like, I'm just like, So I'm gonna have to go down to the garage later and see if I can. I've got some isopropyl alcohol. Gonna see if I can get rid of the paint. I don't think the damage is bad. It just, you know, it's the first bit of damage on the car. You know, it's that first little bit, and you're just like.
Well, that's the problem, though. The only problem with it, and I'm not going to pretend like I was happy when Sam came back and dinged the car, you know. But I said it's fine. Just you know, let's just fix it. So whatever. Let's just find a good place to fix it. And so actually, I wasn't bothered anymore than this. But the thing is, once you get the first ding, you don't care about the second one.
Yeah, that's exactly true. It's
that's the worst thing.
That's the first thing that's going to happen. But you know, the day didn't start off good either, because you got these kids, you know, like, and they just don't give a fuck. They just see a car as a car. Like, you know, Raisha's son, he really fucked up. But this was in my last car, right? So we came back from. She had to do a checkup. She got like a BBL. You know what a BBL is, right? A Brazilian butt lift. Yeah. So it's basically make her butt bigger. So she got one of them. She went to go for, you know, the checkup. And after that, we went and got him like a nice sugary, milky drink. And then we drove home. And I said to him, like, you know the armrest in my cars? The Fortuner armrest. We bought some donuts and stuff, because they give you free donuts every time you get a coffee, and he put it on there, and he had his milky drink, and I said, please hold on to it. Just please hold on to it. And as we're going down the road to my apartment, we hit a bump, and everything went everywhere. And I'm like, and I'll be honest, Raisha gives him everything. She's a good mum. But I was just like, and then here's the kicker. As soon as we got home into the garage, he wanted to run away. He was just like, oh shit, I fucked up. So he did the same thing as my friend Jesus did. He swung the door open straight into another car. And I'm like, fuck! Like, so you've damaged the outside and the inside.
And you're so.
And I'm just like, are you serious? And so we went upstairs. You know, I don't hate the kid. I'm just like, you're a kid. I get it. But, you know, we went upstairs, and I got like Windex to clean the windows. I got carpet shampoo. I got all this shit, and I put it in a bag, and I gave it to him, and I said, we're going downstairs and we're cleaning my car now. And then he was like, he's still terrified of me, which I feel bad about, but I'm just like, I'm just like, respect people's property, man. But anyway, again, you know.
It's a good teaching. I mean, that's I think you did the right thing. I mean, the terrified part, perhaps you can play it down, so it's but whatever. The thing is, you teach him a valuable lesson. Yeah, take care of things, and especially other people's properties. That still try to do this with my son as well.
I mean,
so it's good. You're a good dad.
Thank you. Unintentionally, but it's reality. Yeah. Stepdad.
It's important. Seriously, yeah. It's a really...
It is, and now we're talking about parenting advice instead of cars. But it was just really interesting because Raisha was just really make sure he has everything. She's a good mom. She really is. But for me, the real thing is, she mentioned she's never had a consistent father figure in his life, and then it's just I'm there, and I'm quite strict. But not strict to him. I'm just strict as a person, And
but that's a good thing. It's usually the way it is anyway. I mean, it's in my experience of being a son or being a father. The mom is here to provide, and the dad is here to clear the path of what is right and wrong.
Set the boundaries or whatever.
Usually, set the boundaries, exactly. So making it, clear to them what they can and cannot do, and clear the boundaries, exactly. So we're kind of the authority figure, as fathers, and it's good. It's just playing that role.
But
the
that's
thing
the thing.
is, remember that anyway, a kid. I mean, he's how old now? It's 12.
He's 10. He'll be 11 this year. Yeah.
10. Okay, 11 this year. Sorry. At that age, they're very malleable in the sense that you teach them those values, and sometimes you have to raise your voice and everything. But 5 minutes later, they'll want to to have a tickle battle.
I think he's beyond that. There's things I can't say on stream, but I can tell you offline as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's reassuring hearing it from you. That it was not a bad thing to do. Because for Raisha, it's not how she parents.
Yeah, but it's again, as you said, you're basically trying to balance it a little. Well, you're not trying, but anyway, he will be seeking it regardless. No, but what I mean is, as you said, you're the stepdad or whatever. But for him, you're the daddy figure right now, all right? And he will be, really. I think, in retrospect, even if he doesn't say it now, but really looking forward to it. And I think actually even he must feel it right now already. So he's going to look up to you, and he's going to definitely learn from you. And I think that was a great experience, and I'm sure that Raisha sees it as well the same way. That I don't want to speak for her, but again, he's learned a lesson. It's about, as you said, respecting others' property and cleaning up your mess.
I mean, that's a big one.
And it's good. And the fact that you did it with him, for me, I would have done it a bit differently. I would have sat and watched him do it.
Oh, I made him clean. I didn't do a thing. Yeah, I just went back over it. I looked and I went, okay, you missed a spot. Clean that, and stuff like that. But yeah, it is what it is.
No, but it's good. I mean, it's a lesson. It's a lesson. Then after this, it's for him to digest it, interpret it, and but I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Okay, well, it's good to get that advice. This is a car podcast, but now we're talking about parenting, so it's happy days.
Yeah, but it's about cleaning, and it's about fucking up cars.
Yeah, exactly. Don't fuck up my car. But yeah, well, how about okay, looking forward to your Porsche. Really am. I'll be completely honest. I mean, hey, baby. Are your ears burning? Huh? Are your ears burning? Yes. Do you want to, talk to Julian? You can... Where's the camera? No, it's there. But
okay. I just want to say hi.
Raisha just wants to say hello, sorry.
Hello.
I can't. Hello.
Yeah, you cannot. Yeah, she can't. With
No,
the,
don't do
no.
that. This is gonna...
You're gonna be
I
okay.
need to fill up my drink
Eric
anyway.
is so mad. He doesn't understand like the makeup I did. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. Like in this podcast, like why my boobs is not there? Come on, baby. Do something. Do you see the screen? He doesn't see the screen.
He does. He sees this.
Actually, I can't see your face. I can only see your boobs.
Hello. So how are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing like really, really well actually at the moment. Still bothered about not being able to travel, obviously, but yeah, quite okay. Started a new job.
Wow.
Yeah, everything is
Good
fine.
job.
The family is okay. I came back to dental. You know, I was with well in medical in GE before, and yeah, I enjoyed the experience, but was looking for something a bit different in my life, and you know, family also reasons, and yeah, went to work for a German company as head of Asia Pacific.
Ooh.
So really, really enjoying this family company, family values, and yeah, it's really, really good. How about yourself?
Busy getting pregnant, but it never happened. So no,
No,
kidding,
really?
kidding. No, it just
You're still you're still in qualifying mode?
what does that mean?
Just Formula One. You're still practicing.
Oh no. We do practice, but like maybe the wrong holes.
Oh my god. This is being. Hello, mom. Sorry, because this is being recorded. Yeah.
I don't know. Is this
You know?
recorded?
Yes, it's live.
Yes.
Oh my god,
It's live on YouTube.
bro. Okay, but like I'm happy when you're doing well, and I still really hope that we can meet one day, like for real, bro.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think, you know, looking at what Europe is doing, I can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, hopefully everything will reopen soon, and we'll just say okay. I've got loads of friends actually who got it. It just lasts 2 or 3 days, and it's like a a bad cold a little bit. There's one day where they stay in bed
Yeah,
a bit,
this
but
is like
it's not
yeah.
worse than the food poisoning, and we're just
I
blocking
know.
everybody
I
from
know.
meeting. So no.
But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, so how are you?
I'm good, but like I don't know. I think I had it like in New Year's, but I tested negative. But like the symptoms is like that's it. I think. Eric had the same trouble, but like not very bad like I did. But yeah, 3 days and then antibiotics and bunch of medicines, and then I'm okay again. This is something not we should take it like very seriously, I think. But I don't know.
No, definitely.
So
Definitely.
yeah, we really trying to go to Thailand actually, but with the when I look into the rules there, we can actually go, and then as long as it's not like 5 days, I think you don't need quarantine, right?
Yeah, it's I have to check, but if you fly in Phuket, there's a sandbox
Okay.
there, so at least you have to stay on the island for a number of days, but you can go out after the first PCR test, comes back negative. So yeah, that's basically
yeah, but
what
the
it
thing
is.
is like when we come back to Indonesia, that's the real deal. I cannot stay for 10 days.
And that's the I
know.
know, in a room with Eric
Oh,
for 10
yeah, I
days.
could kill each other.
Oh my god, the drama. Yeah. So yeah, plan the knife, or the gun, um,
Oh,
and use it on yourself. Unbelievable.
yeah, well,
But yeah, coming back to this, yeah, that's really the problem. Actually, the real issue is not necessarily flying somewhere; it's coming back.
Yeah, I know.
And yeah, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, let's
see.
see.
Let's see.
Do you want to come back?
Sure.
Let's see. Let's see.
All right. So the master of this podcast.
What are you up to tonight? You prepared.
This is something that I cannot share to YouTube, so I can send you the footage later tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Just hanging out.
Sure.
Like we're like so boring with fancy places in Jakarta. So yeah, how about we go like a doji one?
Yeah. Doji place. Okay.
All right then. Yeah.
Why not?
So really nice to talk to you again. Cheers to
Same
my
here.
Coca-Cola.
Something
Yeah.
to my rosé wine.
So what?
I don't drink Coca-Cola. It's
No,
unhealthy.
this is like a zero sugar one. I don't know. It's Saturday. Don't judge me.
I'm kidding. I'm having alcohol.
All right then. So I'm gonna give you back your boyfriend. See you soon.
Yes, thank
Bye.
you. I miss him.
Miss him.
Take good care of him.
Fine. Bye.
Bye.
I'm back.
He's coming back around
I'm
again.
back.
And I'm gonna have a stop very soon actually.
No, that's okay. Well, how about we do a bit of a preview for the F1 season with the information we have at the moment?
So what do we know?
Well, Haas showed their car yesterday.
You start with you start with some ass.
Some
I
ass,
like it.
yeah. But you know, you probably see on your screen now, but unfortunately I can't share it on the podcast because I don't know how to. I really don't know how to. Actually, I might have an idea, but next one. But Haas showed their new car, and you know, it's interesting. It's very photoshopped, and it doesn't give away any secrets. You know, the livery still looks like the Russian flag. But the one thing that people are really commenting on is how small the side pods are. I don't know if you can.
So you know how to share your screen then?
I know how to share it to you. I don't know how to share it live. I'll work that out.
So yeah, you're right. It's very small. So a lot less cooling, or do you do cooling from the underside?
Yeah, well, see, apparently because all the aerodynamics are now under the car, not on top of the car. Sorry for the people on the live stream, but you can't see this, but just look at the F1 website. We're looking at that and at the images there. But you can see that the cooling ducts are very small. But because the concept of the new cars is that so they can actually follow each other. So the big issue with 2021 and prior is all of the aero was supposed to be done on top of the car, which meant that which basically meant that they couldn't follow each other. It disturbed the air so much that they couldn't get close, and the cars would overheat.
Well, they lost, yeah.
And
they lost as much as 50% or whatever of the downforce produced by the car.
Which means they just couldn't follow. But the other thing is, if you look here, the cooling ducts are actually really small. And I watched a technical analysis, actually. And the technical analysis said that while they might look small, because most of the aero is now under the car, there's the air that hits the cooling ducts is cleaner. It's clean air now. So the cooling shouldn't be an issue. The other thing people were saying is that because this is a sister car to the Ferrari team, they're trying not to give away a lot of secrets. So a lot of this image is photoshopped to hide things. So I'll give you an example here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. I'm going to try and zoom in as much as I can. But can you see this? So these are the double wishbones here, right? Double wishbones.
Yeah. So yeah, we have proper suspension.
Yeah, yes, that's a good thing.
But Eric, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to
You're going to have to go? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it very early. Thank you very much for watching.
We can do that again tomorrow.
Let's have another one. All right, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.